Hi, I'm Randy Jeffers, and I just believe that each and every one of us has a destiny. There's a plan for our life, this big, grandiose kind of plan, and sometimes we can't see it. Most of the time, we probably can't see it. And if we could see it, we probably wouldn't even believe it. But it's there for us. There's greatness inside all of us. I heard a story about Albert Einstein, and his parents, when he was a little kid, they thought he was retarded. He didn't read until he was 7 years old. That's Albert Einstein. I mean, how wrong were they, right? Beethoven, the great music genius, his music teacher said, as a composer, he's hopeless. And I heard about a story about Muhammad Ali that his teacher once told him that, you ain't never going to be nothing. Well, obviously he showed the world that he was the greatest, and there's so many stories like that, just great stories of people that have accomplished the greatness that life has to offer, the greatness that's inside of them. They've overcome their fears, the obstacles, the negativity, all those things that we get caught up in. To accomplish something that is just absolutely spectacular, but it's there for all of us. But so many times, we get caught up in the details of our lives, the bills and the job pressures, and raising kids, fixing a house, the car payments, you're trying to make a living, and just hundreds of things that there are that we all do. But we just can't see the forest for the trees. And when times are tough and the bills are bigger than the amount of money you have, or when you're overwhelmed, you started a new business or job, or when you've got more housework than you could ever accomplish, and you've got some little kids running around, you're changing diapers every few hours, or you don't get that promotion, or you lost your job maybe, or maybe you're sick and you have a situation where you really can't do a whole lot. This hopeless feeling that we have at times like these, that's when we have to realize that we're part of a bigger plan, because there really is greatness inside of us, this big plan. And this destiny, it's there. It's sort of like our genes, and even though we can't see it, it's there waiting, but you have to let it, and you have to do certain kinds of things to make it come true, to make it happen. It just doesn't happen all by itself. So don't let yourself get caught up in all these the muck and the mire, these things that we all get caught up in, and instead, you have to just sort of push through. It's sort of like the surfer that he gets on these big waves, and as the wave gets bigger and stronger, and the surfer gets more balance, and he becomes more skilled all the time. If you had a smooth ocean all the time, that surfer, he's not going to have any skills. He won't be a skillful surfer unless he has those big giant waves and has a few mishaps and a few things that happen to him all along the way. So the next time that you're facing a difficult situation, just remember that there's more in front of you. There's this big plan. There's a challenge for you. There's a lesson. There's a hurdle maybe. There's something that will put in place the forwarding of that plan. And if you didn't have that happen to you, you wouldn't be able to move on to the next step. I think Emerson said, he said, "The wise man in the storm prays to God, not for safety from danger, but for deliverance from fear." So don't let fear get in the way of the life that's meant for you. The great people that have come before us that have all kinds of obstacles stacked against them, that have gone on to do greatness. Like Albert Einstein. These great people, they overcame their obstacles, and they discovered that true greatness. And I think it's important that we all just trust that there's this plan for us, and that anything is possible, and we were put here for a reason, so that we really could accomplish great things in our lives. You don't have to make a big thing out of it. You don't have to fret and worry about it. Just know that this plan's there for you, and the destiny that you have in your life, it'll meet you when the time is right. Here's to your absolutely incredible success.